What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Classic Chronicles. I hope everybody enjoyed their weekend and is ready to conquer the week that is. Man, as we speak, we're just coming off Mother's Day this past weekend in the U.S. Anyway. But yeah, I just wanted to make uh, today's vlog, uh, like a little message for my mom, man. I've talked about her before on this channel, but like I just wanted to kind of share like a quick story um, as to why my mom is like the greatest mom on the planet. So what do you call it? So my mom is one of those people that is like very selfless. Like she'll give you the shirt off her back. Like she's pretty much the neighborhood mom like around here. I mean, I know every neighborhood has one, a mom or a grandma that like kind of looks out for everybody in the neighborhood, and my mom is definitely that one. So she if you like if you're hungry and she knows you, she'll give you a plate of food, or if you are a little short of cash and you know her and you built up a good relationship with her, and she'll help you out. And I admire that. And my mom is probably one of the strongest women that I know. Not just physically, but mentally as well. After I know I covered the loss of my dad on this channel. If you guys didn't see that, I will put a link in the description for that video. That was probably one of my very first videos that I did when I rebranded the channel. I talked about my dad and what he meant to me, but my mom, she was she's the rock of the family, man. When everything is falling apart around you, she's always there to lift you up. I mean, she's done it for me countless times. I remember, when I had my various surgeries to deal with the cellulitis injuries, which I also talked about on this channel. She was there. Whenever I'm having like a really, really tough day, and I'm one of those people that, if I'm having a tough day, I don't really like to display it. Like if somebody asks me what's wrong, I'm the first one to tell you, hey, nothing's wrong, I'll be all right. But my mom could always tell, because she's a mom, motherly instinct, and she's always there to kind of just brighten things up and put things into perspective. Like if there have been times where I'm like messing up, and I'll like go to her and say, hey, this that and the other thing is happening, and she'll just be like, instead of like, she'll always say, what do you call it, cry about it if you need to, but I know you've been in tougher situations than this, and you'll bounce back from whatever's going on. And I just kind of just try to keep that with me. She's always taught me to work hard, and both my parents actually, they've taught me to work hard, and nothing in this world is free. You got to go out and get it if you want it. Just a quick story. I don't think I've ever told this story, so I'm gonna tell it. So I grew up with a learning disability. Now, learning disability is, you're not. Let's just clear this out of the way. You're not dumb if you have a learning disability. It takes your brain to process things at a you process things at a much slower rate. Like information that you're being given in school, you process it at a much slower rate, and it takes you a while to pick up on things than it would a person that's fully capable of understanding everything. So that was me in school. For the first couple of years in elementary school, I grew up in special ed, and I grew up doing special ed classes, I should say. And one of the things that I used to have trouble with was writing, and and like my teachers would constantly sit with me and try to, and paraprofessionals would try to sit with me and go over everything, but I just couldn't get it. Making letters was very hard, and just the most basic things about writing, like making letters and forming sentences. But and every night, man, I used to just when I had to do homework and my mom was helping me with my homework, I used to just like cry because I couldn't get it. Like I cried out of frustration, and I'm like, oh, this is too hard. I'm so stupid. And she used to always just lift me up, man. And I remember like I remember I was doing letters one day in like first or second grade or something, and the the easiest letter to kind of grasp and get a concept of is the letter O. So I remember we finally got to that letter. Like we went from A to N, and then when we finally got to O, I'm like, okay, I think I got this, because it's just basically a circle. So in order for me to kind of draw the letter O, my mom used to always put a bowl on the paper where I had to draw it, on my notebook pad where I had to draw it, and she used to just say, see if you can trace the bowl. If you can trace like around the bowl, you have the perfect letter O. So then I used to kind of do that. Sometimes it would be all together, and sometimes it would kind of be really out of whack and look really deformed. But eventually, like with enough, like just like with everything in life, you kind of grasp it through practice. So that's man, and I remember just like getting so good at drawing the letter O that I didn't need the bowl eventually to do it. So I would just do it. Like anytime I would write a word with the letter O in it, and I would just kind of like just nail it. So then I got and then when we had to hand in our homework the next day, I got really happy because I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna get a good grade on my homework because I finally got something that I'm good at, and a letter that I can actually make without messing it up. So, oh man, and I credit that to my mom because, like I said, she told me to work hard and just keep working at it, and eventually, I eventually like starting with the letter O and then progressing with other. From that to other letters, I kind of just slowly started to write, and then my writing is still terrible to this day, but at least it's legible, and I credit that to my mom, and her instilling a hard work ethic in me, and I kind of joke about this, but I'm like really serious. I joke about it, but I'm like halfway serious, and this is probably gonna sound weird to some people, but always my favorite letter of the alphabet, and it kind of reminds me that because it kind of reminds me of my mom, and just her taking the time, to teach me and make sure that I got it, and that's one thing I'll never forget about my mom, among other things, and you know, Mother's Day is a special day to me because I try to tell my mom uh, I love her as much as I can. Even though I don't really see her that often because we're both doing our thing. But yeah, I just um, my mom will occasionally send me a text message, saying how proud she is of me and how far I've become and how far I've come in life, and because she's been through it all with me, like I said. So man, just mom probably is the best mom that I could ever ask for, and I know everybody says that about their mom, but I truly mean it, man. She's my inspiration. She, you know, it inspires me to do better and become the best version of myself, and I hope I'm making her proud. That's all. I'm getting a little choked up talking about it because that's how much she means to me. And Yeah. So for anybody that's lost their mom, or lost a parent, y'all know how hard it is. It's not, you never get over it, and it's never easy. So to everybody that's lost their mom and or is having a tough time coping with Mother's Day for whatever reason, you know, I'm here for you. Sending a virtual hug to everybody that's lost their mom or, like I said, is having a hard time coping with Mother's Day for whatever reason. But yeah, that is gonna do it for this. I love you, Mom. Let me just say that I love you, and again, I just hope I'm making you proud. Um, that is gonna do it for this episode of the Classic Chronicles. Like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a video. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.